of the Large Hadron Collider. It's the world's biggest particle accelerator, and it takes two super high energy beams of protons and smashes them into each other, and from the wreckage, try to understand and answer some questions about the universe. But my question is, what would happen if you stuck your head in the beam of the Large Hadron Collider? Now, it might seem obvious, because you might think that your head is a pretty big obstacle for a weakling little beam of protons. But actually, it would go all the way through your head and out the other side, and it could do that 110,000 times before it actually came to a stop. But what would that do? Now, let's ignore the explosive amount of energy involved here and just talk about the radiation. Now, protons are ionizing radiation. So that means that as they zip through your head, they rip electrons off of atoms and molecules. And that means that these bad boys can actually do quite a bit of damage. And it turns out that, using a few assumptions, the radiation dose that your body would receive if you were to put your head in the beam for just 1 second is enough to kill you not just once, but 75,882 times. So, knowing that, would I be willing to voluntarily put my head in the beam of a particle accelerator? Yes, I would. But I'd use a smaller one where the beams have about 30,000 times less energy and there's less protons, so the beam is less intense. And then it's like playing a game of crazy golf. So I want you to imagine this space here is like a crazy golf course, where there's not just one hole, but there's holes absolutely everywhere, all over the place. And then, what you have to do to get the ball into one particular hole is line yourself up exactly and make sure that you hit the ball with exactly the right amount of energy in the right direction so that it goes into the hole you want it to and not into any of the others. And that's like what happens when these protons go into your head. If you start the beam with the right amount of energy, you can get them to slow down and stop and do most of their damage in one particular spot. So if someone had a tumour in their brain or in somewhere else in their body near a sensitive organ, this means that you can use this crazy golf effect for something called proton therapy, and you can very accurately kill the cancer cells without killing the healthy cells in the brain and the organs that you wanted to protect. So that's why on the face of it, I'd be willing to do something which sounds pretty stupid, because if you do it right, putting your head in the beam of the particle accelerator could actually save your life. Thank you.